Hey guys and girls, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a great week. So E3 is nearly here, guys. It's less than a week away and I am back today with another Road to E3 video. This one today, guys, is actually going to focus on Bethesda. So Bethesda this year have a lot to make up for. 2018 was not a good year for Bethesda, particularly with the controversy surrounding Fallout 76, which was just awful. Game should never have been released in that state. And Bethesda really lost a lot of trust in their fan base. A lot of people were very burned, very angry and very upset with Bethesda, and then they just made some really weird PR decisions and didn't really seem to justify themselves or even apologize for releasing the game in that kind of state. So Bethesda really do have to bring their A game this year. So obviously their conference this year, they're gonna have to reveal a lot of really good games. They're going to have to really try and gain people's faith and attention again. So when can you actually check out Bethesda's conference this year? Well, the information is right here. So Bethesda have been pretty quiet about their plans for this year. They haven't revealed too much about what games we can expect to see, but I think there are a couple of games that are likely to have a presence at their conference this year. First, let's start off with a couple of them. So let's begin with Doom Eternal. So Doom Eternal, of course, is by ID Software. The fact that they're going to be bringing out a sequel to Doom is very, very exciting. So Doom came out a couple of years ago. It was the remastered remake of Doom that fans have been waiting for years and years and years. It was very well received. It did very well, justifiably so. And they are going to be back with a sequel called Doom Eternal, which will be coming out some point, hopefully, in 2019. We actually got to see a lot of gameplay at QuakeCon last year, I think in August 2018. And it showed a lot of really awesome gameplay. So we got to see some new abilities that the Doomslayer is going to have, like wall climbing, dashing. We got to see some really cool weapons, some new gadgets and things. We got to see this thing called a meat hook, which you can use to hook onto enemies and pull you towards them. You can use it to gain verticality and navigate through levels. But the combat just looks incredibly fun. It looks as high octane, as badass and as awesome as we expect. There's going to be lots of blood, lots of gore, and it looks incredible. So I think we can expect to see some gameplay. Maybe we'll see some multiplayer elements. There is this new feature in Doom Eternal which is called Invasion, where real people can basically invade other people's single player campaigns. So you can actually jump in as a monster and try to wreak havoc and, you know, make that human player have a very, very bad day. So I'm hoping that we're going to actually see more gameplay for Invasion and actually see how it works, see whether or not you get to choose the monsters that you get to fight as, or I just want to see more. And what I would definitely like to have is a confirmed release date. I'd love to know when Doom Eternal is going to be coming out so that I can save my money to definitely buy this game. The next game that I think we're likely to see is Wolfenstein Young Blood. This game is actually coming out pretty soon, a couple of months I think it's coming out in. Maybe July, I think. I can't remember, but I know it's coming out soon. Of course, this is being developed by Machine Games. It is the sequel to Wolfenstein 2's New Colossus, and it's actually set 19 years after the events of that game. For the first time, we do not play as BJ Blazkowicz. We're actually going to get to play as his twin daughters, Jessica and Sophia. For the first time in the series, we're going to actually get to play cooperatively throughout the entire campaign with a friend or an online player, or if you choose to play it solo, then the sister will be played by an AI. But it looks really, really good. It's quite cheap compared to previous installments, so maybe it's not a full as big a game as like New Colossus is. I think you can actually order the deluxe edition for Young Blood, which is about £35, and with the deluxe edition you actually get the buddy pass, which allows you then to invite a friend to download the game and play it through with you, a little bit like A Way Out. And I think that's a really awesome mechanic, and I'm a massive fan of it. So yeah, Wolfenstein Youngblood is going to be really cool. I love the Wolfenstein series. I always love these kind of like historical games that look at like alternative realities, you know, like what would have happened if the Nazis had won the war and what that would look like. And I've always found that really interesting. Of course, Wolfenstein always has great weapons, great abilities. It's always really like sci-fi kind of futuristic, but really gritty and real as well. And it's always had really good characters and really good stories. So I'm really looking forward to sort of seeing how these characters play and what's happened to the world. And we know that it is set in Paris as well, so that should be pretty cool. I think it's likely that Bethesda are going to announce something Elder Scrolls Online related. Every single year they always reveal something related to Elder Scrolls Online, so maybe we'll get a DLC update, maybe we'll get a DLC update for Rage 2 as well. Maybe they'll sort of showcase what we can expect from Rage 2 in the future and what future content they've got coming to expand upon the story or upon the world, you know, world events, that kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. Are we going to have any surprises? Well, obviously we might hear something from Arcane Studios. Of course, that's the team behind Dishonored and Prey. They've been helping recently on Wolfenstein Youngblood, but have they been working on something separately behind the scenes? Maybe they're in pre-production and they've got something they're working on. So maybe we'll get some kind of teaser trailer to give us an idea of whether or not they're going to be working on the next Dishonored or the next Prey, or if they're going to be coming up with a completely new IP. Hopefully we'll hear something from them. And you know, maybe we'll hear something from Tango, which is the team behind The Evil Within, which came out back in 2017. So we haven't heard anything from them for like 3 years. So they must have been working on something. So it'll be interesting to see if it's another kind of like horror themed game. We'll see what they have to offer. Maybe we'll get some kind of teaser trailer or a little bit of an insight into the next game that they're going to be releasing. Bethesda have confirmed though, sadly, that Elder Scrolls 6 and their new IP Starfield will not be showing at E3 this year. So if you're hoping to hear more news about those two games, sadly you're not going to hear anything here at E3. I think it's likely that those games might be next gen releases. So given the rumors that the next gen consoles are coming out in the fall of 2020, I think it's more likely that we're going to see something on Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield at E3 next year rather than this year. So that's everything that we know so far about Bethesda's conference, and of course my predictions as well. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on Bethesda's conference. What would you like to see from them, and what are your thoughts generally on Bethesda anyway? So just let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are, what you'd like to see, and what your predictions are. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Take care, and as always, happy gaming. Bye guys.